Ah, isn't it different? Now I'm looking into the camera. I don't even see the screen. So, like, I'm right now communicating with a microphone with an eye pointing at me, one eye, and has a better vision than my two eyes. So, go figure that one out, how we've been manipulated in our life. Do we actually need two eyes since it enters into a section where it only becomes a one way street? Because you can't see two different things. You see one and then the other, unless you can divide your mind in half. Ah, now if you can do that, that means whatever I'm doing, my mind is now divided in half. Whew. The smoke you see, it's a lemon. I stick it in my lemon. I take a little juice out and then I put her, so if she burns, she only burns into what's a lemon, and it'll be a lemon anyway, so how good is the lemon? Unless you're in the Arctic and you need a little bit of lemon on your salmon tartare. So then what's going on? Why are we in the Arctic? Who's in the Arctic? I didn't come here to do a video right now. I came here to do an abstract. And right now we're abstracting with one of these. I wouldn't want to give them away, but I have to. I have no choice. They're my babies. These are the cats, the angel communication. They sleep all around my head at night, and I don't think the same way. When they don't sleep there, I think one way. When they sleep there, I think another way. Unless I'm just making this all up, and what's the difference anyways, right? What chapter are we in? You want to know what chapter we're in? Well, you have to go to the bathroom. So if I tell you we're starting a new chapter and like you stopped it and you don't forget the end, where are we starting? Well, the only thing I really wanted to say is I came back from Montreal and I saw Adam and I saw Eve. Look at all those Eves, eh? Wow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30. You don't think they're trying to tell me something? What place are they at? Motel. Hold on a second. What motel is that? Does it exist anymore? Hotel Saint Faustin. That's a long time ago. A long time ago. How about one of these fancy TVs? You like one of those TVs? Yeah, get right up there. What's on TV, man? Oh yeah, check that out. You sitting down there with one light, 3 chairs, and everybody's focusing on whatever you're doing. Maybe the 2 chairs from Archie Bunker, or the 3 little bears. The little bear, the mama bear, the baby bear. I'm just coming up with anything because I've been thinking and thinking and thinking what's right, what's wrong. Now, the question I come into in this part of the book is where they call it section 50 minus. I call it a dot because a dot is worth at least 9, if not 10. Why is a dot worth at least 9 and 10? Because no matter how you write, we all write scrimabibble, but the minute you make a dot, we think you got a jack or an I. The I is the 9th letter, the jack is the 10th letter. In fact, if we think you see 2 dots, you got 19 and you got the spirit birth. So watch out where you put those 2 dots, because I've seen it all over the place. I went to a place called Hala or Hadal, and I seen 2 dots all over, and I go, oh my God, I have to stop and talk to somebody and ask them what it is. What's a white point? No. And so I stop and I ask someone, and they go, that's what they put on top of the litter. Hello, on top of the what? On top of the litter? Yeah, when the cat goes to the litter, I see 2 lumps. I know he went. I don't have to see anything more. You know, if it was caved in, like the moon, and have craters, I know he took a pee. So I don't have to see, I don't have to be told. All I have to do is look and know what creates what. So right now what I'm into is I'm going to show you what I'm starting on right now. I was starting on Mrs. Beasley. You know Mrs. Beasley? Well, this is what she looks like after many, many years of. She's been changing over the years. That's Mrs. Beasley. That's all her children's eggs. Those are all the eggs of us. And they're waiting to see if not we're going to be brought into the next world. Or she's just going to mix them up and reuse them again. Because she's just a machine. Man has to work the machine. At the beginning, it was the Indian. They know everything. And then how did the Indian name grow? into where did it grow next. Well, obviously, you're a GI or you're a JI. Why? Because God inserted you here, and you became a jack of insertion. Coming into the I world, the French say is the E world. E-I-E-I-O. Like Einstein. What a name. Oh my God. Computer generated, so big time. I can say that today, but 6 months ago I couldn't say that. Because there's certain elements that I bump into that are alpha omega that go from one side and lead into a lie. And then there's Einstein, which tells both sides the same. He runs the same thing. E-I-N, don't forget I spell it my way, okay? E-I-N equals 28. E-I, forget about the N. But the N, okay, is the 14th letter. 1 and 4 is 5. It's another E. So it's E-I-E, and then E-I-E, I-O, because that's what it's all about. The E-world birth is what? It's the O, it's the letter. It's the 15th letter of love. 1 and 5 is 6. It's the simplest way to reach love, 15. You know what I'm saying? Love 15 when you play tennis, because it's the 15th, the O. But there's 2 of you when you come into the world, right? That's why you can go 15, 30. And 10 commandments. You both run out the same 10 commandments. The one dice. Okay. Now where was I with that? Yes, so you came to the world, so you got 40. Now what's next? What's next? Well, it's the system of God and beta, 10-20. 10-20-30, TTT, truth, tic-tac-toe. Which way do you go? It's all about tic-tac-toe. As flat as that board is, without even playing it, and sending a love letter, and you mark X-O, X-O, you're marking the oxen. Because the X and the O, the only way to have the X and the O is to have the end passage to get into this world. So you now have the oxen, the bulls, and the bears. Both in Chicago. Very funny, eh? Bulls and bears in Chicago to mix people up. Yeah. What? Oh, yes, Danny's the salt truck, right, which means sell. But it actually means buy. Because the minute that you hear the S, everybody's thinking sell, so right away he's buying. So you know, when it comes to oranges, the oranges in that show, 24 hours or 48 hours, oranges means gold. The gold of one's mind. That's what's going on. The gold of one's mind. It's an idea. I don't think it had anything to do with citrus oranges at all. Even if it did in the movie, I'd have to chop that movie up and add something of my own. Well, doesn't Weird Al Yankovic do that? He just chops it all up and then he comes out and sings it like it is. How he feels inside of who he is. Yay, somebody did it. Why doesn't he go a little bit further? We don't all want to get into trouble like me, right? Is that what I'm getting into? Do you mind if I go get myself a polar bear? I've got a... Hey, little kitty, what are you doing down there? Hey, little kitty, how's the food? Hey, little kitty, sitting looking pretty. So, yeah, I know this one might end up to be too long for no reason. Oh, what's this over here? This little picture here, this is how the eggs sit. In that Mug and David style. No, that's us actually, okay? These are all the major islands. Now all the seas and the Mississippi, you know, the Mississippi I think runs down one of these, okay? But this is the whole world, okay? This is the shape, this is how it's hooked up, okay? Now it's spread out. Obviously, it's more than one because where's Bermuda's Triangle? You see the honeycomb? It means life, which means death. The witch's hat, Bermuda Triangle. So these are all, what it is it's the dice. If you take a dice like this, okay, and imagine that every single dice is an individual dice, and instead of being square like this, they're all triangular pyramids, all having the same number on it, okay, because these 6 islands have to be built from something. On a dice, it's squished together. But how they actually had them, you'd need a blueprint. And how much more can you get than one of these? There's 9 on one side. Every side has 9. There's 6 sides. It's 54. There's 54 places to put a dot. 54, okay? 5 by 4 is the 20. 1020 world, okay? Where was I? Hold on a second. Let me drink a little bit. You caught me there. 54 is love, okay? L-O-V-E. L is the 12th letter, the first letter for L, capitalized in creation. 1 and 2 is 3. O is the 15th letter. It's a double of what the 3 is. It's the 15th letter. 1 and 5 is 6. V is the 22nd letter in the alphabet, which is actually 1111, which means the one spirit angel of man, of God, and his 4 corners, which is the Christ crossed, 1, 2, 3, and then the 4 corners for 7. And that's what gives you the 4 months of 30 days, and that's what gives you the 7 months of 31 days, and the 1 month of beta, which means the beta world, 28, beta heaven, B and H if you want to go that way, okay? And then every 4th year, because man is only 1/4 of the suits, we have an extra day for the man's birth, because a generation is 25 years. So what's it called? A bicentennial is 2 terms. And in the American government, that's all they can run, is 2 4-year terms. And yes, it's hard to understand the comparison, but it has to do with 4, 8, 12. Our world of 4 corners, the dice, the beta world, which has our world in it and her world, and God's world, which is connected to this world and God's other world. That's where the 4th suit comes in. Everybody puts on a 4th suit, right? Be surprised that they're not 5. Do you understand? Jupiter. You cannot leave out Jupiter and Saturn. We're just squished in between. Okay, where was I going with this next one? Let's see, can I do anything on bridge here? Bridge, ace 4, because there's 4 of them, so you're always guaranteed to win with an ace. Well, you're not always guaranteed to win with an ace. What makes you so sure? No, you're guaranteed to win with an ace. Anyways, that's it. Do I have anything else to say? Yeah, I want a cigarette. I don't know what I got by on this last video. I do come around and I do joke a little bit. We were talking about Albert Einstein, so maybe I'll just continue on to Albert Einstein. First of all, let's see what his name is all about. The first thing about his name is he's public. First thing, he's public. So the letters are not the same thing anymore. His name is a public name. So his value is a business value. So he's got to be graded higher, and he has to be stronger. He starts with an ein, he ends with an ein. 5 and 9, 9 and 5, it sounds just like Lenin, his name. Just like Lenin. So since it sounds just like Lenin, and we gave Lenin, and the system is not perfect, okay, that means he was generated out of system A. And just having AL, all, and A and the L is the creation of the beta world, he had 2 high marks just in Albert alone. Einstein, which says E-I-E-I-O, okay, farmer in the dell, means you got to sing the song. Farmer in the dell. It's like telling us we're on God's farm, and on his farm this is what he had. And he knew the concept already. So what he did was fantastic. So, but his numbers are part of the system, because it's 20.8, which is 10-4, twice, and then 20.8, EIN, is 28. So I go 20.8. So it's actually 10-4. And then ST says first and last. The letter ST, when you say first, you always put ST or last ST or best ST or worst. You notice the way ST is always judging? Start, stop. It's always a judgment. So you see, you understand where I get to now? That ST means so much more when it's in that realm. So when you see an ST like Steve, right away you're thinking he's an even Steven guy, because it starts with ST. And then you have the TH numbers. The TH numbers start at 4th, but 5th there's an interruption. Although we use TH, it's no more a 5 with a V. Now you're putting an FTH. So now you're talking about a business transfer, a person, a passage, because you put that letter, F. The business world now opens up instead of a V, meaning life. You guys can't smoke the cigarette this way. So then, okay, I always say the 5 is a fag because it's Area 51, okay? You see this? It's not even this. It's this. That's Area 51. Okay? That's Area 1, okay? And that's Area 51. That center dot, okay, means 10. Automatic 10. Even if it counts as a 5, the dice, it's an automatic 50. You understand? 50 years, 50 ways to lead your lover. The end, my friend. When this dice turns like this to the cross, that's it. We've connected on both sides. We're going down, my friends. Downtown, doing it to win it, no? Oh boy, I wish my videos were so much better than this. You know what? I'll give you a little entertainment. One sleeping there, one running there, the other one on the floor there, this one on that side there. I even got a chicken with them. Okay, now I'm fooling around too much. I'm not happy with myself. I seriously need people to be on a little bit pass these videos around. This one doesn't mean much to me. It means a lot to me, but it means very little in the way the strength of the information I've given away, for the amount of time I spent dishing out what I have from my mouth, and you listening. That's based on your judgment anyways. I always say what I have to think. How do you know a person if he stops hiding? Of course you got to be, you got to be diversified a little bit. Right, bud? Always there. Last night was weird. I thought he got into my bed with me. I felt someone like nailing me in the back. I thought it was him. Thank God someone's here. I said he's been watching all my videos lately. Where are we at? The keyboard. Okay, back to Albert Einstein. So his count in a regular old style count, his count goes to 56 with the alpha omega, ein and ein, okay, which means 11 and 11 from start to finish. That's what it says. Albert Einstein, 11 and 11 from start to finish. ST. Start to finish. Business world, right? F, STF. Nobody ever says the F all the time. Every letter is pronounced a little bit different. So Albert Einstein just says that. Never mind, the ST is a 39 count, which is 3 M's. And that's worth 75 right there, 3/4. Because the first world angels, they were M. And the second world angels are R. Because M in French means to love. Love, love, love is what it says. M, M, M. And we're all jacks of all trades. Okay, so even you put a jack before the M, it means j'aime, j'aime, j'aime. It means I love, I love, I love. Now that we're coming out with the R system angel, which is who we are, and I'm a little bit more advanced than most people, thank God. I finally pulled to the front where everybody's looking at me and putting me at the back again. Anyways, yeah, so I'm a system R. I know, but that patch in my arm, I still believe it's them. It always, you know what, every time I do take some of my medication, I'm talking about salmon oil and stuff, it starts to itch for no reason at all. And only there, nowhere else. Anyways, where are we now? Yeah, the R system angel. And if you take a look, the R goes with the S. It's going to tell you in the system the R goes with the S. Well, of course. It's our spirit. R, spirit. You just have to say the letter R. It's the only letter, okay, that creates in the design a 2. It also has the leg, okay, of the N. It also has the line of the Q, and it can separate to be 1 and 2. And it's the only letter in the entire alphabet. In the English language, here in Canada that I understand. That's R. There is no other A in front of anything. But, well, we're in Canada, so it's all A before any other letter. You're like, A, B, what's happening? A, D, everything's an A. So I got an R, right? When you get the R, it's the AR, right? Okay. It's all in love, right? What goes around comes around. But if you stick to one another, you end up to be just a heart, right? I like cutting up paper. For people who don't know about the 10 card, okay, I marked it off. 13579, top value. Same value on the bottom. When you add them up, okay, 1 and 3 is 4, 20, 5. 25, total is 50. For the whole thing. And that's what the whole life thing is all about, 50. Now, if you add them up only on one side, 1, 8, and 9 is 17, and 3 is 20. The same thing here, 20, 20, 5 and 5, 10 again, 20, 10, 20. 210, 20102012, 2012. Right on the card. Don't you see? You didn't count this corner, this corner down here. I'm talking about this corner here and this corner down at the bottom. 2012, right on this card. That's so funny. Because some of the numbers, okay, it says the 50 years, the golden age is now. It ended, okay, last year. But you see, what I perceive, what I try to convey, and what you can say is actually not true, is all in a misunderstanding, because you're on page 2000 already. What do you know what's true already in this book? The whole book is a mystery, right to the end, because I don't know either. I'm lucky to be able to get up in the morning and have some sort of imagination to get on here so I can bark out all these laws. And you tell your husband, hey, stop watching me. I'm busy watching MrTacpans. Go take the football away from me. I used to watch football for 30 years in a row, and I still love it. But I've taken things out of my life because they say you have to sacrifice if you want to advance. So I'll sacrifice now, and hopefully one day I will advance. I think I'll move my chair up. That'll be the quickest, no? Be well, my friends. Be well. Let this move on. Let it move on. The other videos. Move, move, move. Something's going on. February 14th is coming, and then we're into... See, my predictions are so far away. February 14th is so far away. Wow. And October 4th, 2014. Dates of what? I'll notify and tell you about it. They're just dates right now. Just exact dates. The same way they came up with Einstein's name, the same way they came up with the name of Jong or Mahjong, the same way they came up with New Delhi, the same way they came up with Austria, okay, the same way they come up with all the names. They're all computer generated before computers ever were around. I'm talking thousands of years ago, okay, because when I generate the Moses name, all over the place, I get the same combined forward explaining exactly what it is, and in all actuality, just to say it, it means the word is us.